soldier that never has to eat or sleep, who never experiences fear, and never complains, who's 3 feet tall, has 4 eyes, and can see in the dark, and who's so attached to his weapon that it takes a screwdriver and a pair of pliers to take it from him.
Lupit, no?
The swords add a new dimension to urban conflict.
Kasi machine gun lang yung weapon niya.
Weaponized robot, and it can be armed with everything from a machine gun to a rocket launcher.
Whoa.
We've shot rockets off of the system before. We've shot 40mm grenades off the system already. Anything that can be shot by a human can be shot by the sword.
May ganyan din naman tayo.
It's no wonder Time magazine voted this sinister-looking little robot one of the greatest inventions of the 21st century. That's why I'm headed to the Army Research and Development Center to see how bad this little monster is in person. And lucky for me, I've been given exclusive access to the next set of live demonstrations. This smart, wheeled assassin is controlled by a soldier, calling the shots at a safe distance from the enemy.
The sword's robot will be used to extend the standoff between the
Kakabingi siguro
soldier
yun.
and the enemy. A soldier can drive his weapon remotely up to 800 to 1,000 meters away and be able to fire his weapon from a safe distance of obscurity.
Bob Quinn is the general manager of
So, ang bagal mag-ano.
Foster Miller, the designers of swords. It's the first armed robot that will actually see action, giving the soldier a powerful ally on today's front line. The swords will carry out many of the same duties as a regular soldier.
Pero matangkad din yun, 3 feet tall.
Or even acting as a lone sniper. Now, instead of sending
Kasing lakas niya ng ano. Ay, kasing laya ni Joshua.
the job can be done by a robot. And that, of course, can dramatically reduce fatalities on the front line. The technology evolved from the Talon, a vehicle designed for search and rescue missions and bomb disposal units.
These robots are being used in the battlefield every day for explosive ordnance disposal missions. The mission count is over 80,000 missions where small robots have been used to defeat improvised explosive devices on the sides of roads and inside buildings.
The team first created a lightweight platform that could work in all kinds of conditions. It could travel through snow, sand, climb stairs, and even go underwater, down to the depths of 100 feet to find its target. The smart device could reach inside enemy buildings, enter dark alleyways, or head down streets filled with insurgents. Then, they decided to weaponize it.
The inspiration behind the idea came from a sergeant here at Picatinny Arsenal at the Explosive Ordnance Disposal Group, Sergeant David Platt. And David Platt was with Talons at World Trade Center doing search and rescue missions.
Matagal na pala yan.
The idea of not just using an arm and a claw and a hand that would reach out and pick up an unexploded ordnance device, but actually put a weapon system, including a machine gun, onto the robot.
Now they've created a deadly combat weapon. And its presence alone packs an incredible psychological punch. Even without having to fire it or do anything, just having somebody walk around the corner and come upon it facing a weapon, and they have no idea what it is. It's total shock and awe. Staff Sergeant Scott Smith is one of the engineers at the helm of the Swords project. Definitely good that way. It's They've added a bank of video surveillance cameras to give the operating soldier a unique view of the battlefield.
4 minutes pa lang.
Right now we have 5 cameras on board. We have one that runs behind the scene, 360
Kung kasi 10 minutes eh.
We have one that's out front, it's a little further, it's called scene camera. It's actually a wide angle camera that zooms. And then down in front, we have a front drive camera. And in the rear, we have one that's very similar, the same camera, but it's a rear drive camera.
The optics on board of the sword, you can actually read people's name tags at 300 to 400 meters, whereas the human eye can't pick that up. Because you can see the expression on his face, you can see what weapon he's carrying, even to see if his selector lever is on fire or safe.
All right.
You know, that level of detail is
Mabasa lang yan. Wala na yan eh.
The sword
backwards is operated from a portable console using radio frequencies. The soldier steers the robot using 2 joysticks with live
That's
video
enough for
feeds
today,
relaying
man, right?
pictures back to the unit.